What's up, guys? Paramoto here. So the big news right now going on is this whole shebang with Judge Kavanaugh. I don't really want to get too big into like the political aspect of it, but like, I'll be honest with you, like, this is just like another example of our fucking failing society. Like, this whole Kavanaugh thing has been just eye-opening with like Facebook and the fake news and politics and how, you know, political everybody's being, and like how nobody can think for themselves anymore. And it's just, I hate it. Like, I hate this fucking society that we live in right now. Like, social media, I think, has been the absolute worst thing that has ever happened to us. Like, as like a citizen during peacetime, I think social media is the worst thing that's ever happened to us. You know, it's driving everybody apart. And like, if you're on one side of the thing, like, you can't be friends with people on the other side of the thing. And it's just like, it's so polarizing. And it's like, I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy to me that like people are so political, you can't be friends with somebody that just has a different idea than you. You know, and it's just, that's fucking crazy. And I don't know, people don't have like the ability to have like dialogue and like talk amongst each other anymore. Like, it's just like, oh, you're on this side of the Second Amendment fucking debate? Yeah, I can't be friends with you. Like, you don't learn from other people that have the same exact opinions of you. Like, if you constantly surround yourself with people that have the same exact opinions, you're never gonna learn, you're never gonna grow, and you're never gonna become a better person. Like, I have really liberal friends, and sometimes I like to post shit about Second Amendment stuff just to piss them off. We're so polarized as a society, and like, we're so separated and segregated now, and we've done it to ourselves. Like, this isn't like fucking civil rights era. We have segregated ourselves based on simply difference of opinions, you know, spurred on by social media. I think some of this technology has been some of the worst things that happened to our country so far, you know, since fucking like Vietnam, you know, honestly. You know, and I really am starting to think about unplugging. Like, I was talking to my girlfriend the other day about like deleting Facebook and just not having a Facebook anymore and everything. And it's just because every time you get on it, there's just somebody saying like, oh, this person's a piece of shit because they're in some other kind of political party than me, and you know, this person doesn't fucking, you know, this person's stupid because they don't have the exact same ideas as me. It's like, well, you should be willing to share ideas. Like, that's like one of the funnest things about being a person, is like sharing ideas and coming up with things. Like, personally, I really like hearing about like conspiracy theories and stuff, and it's not like I believe them at all, but there's usually some kind of kernel of truth in a conspiracy theory that is just interesting. Like, it's not like it has to be like true, but it's just, they have some interesting points from time to time. Like, even like flat earthers, and I'm by no means a fucking flat earther, but their opinions on things is just really interesting to me. But like, whatever happened to just like, you could be wrong and still be friends, or like you can have a difference of opinions and still be friends with people. Like, honestly, most of my friends have different opinions than each other, and that's why we're all fucking friends. It's just crazy that like you have to be the exact same to fucking, you know, be looked upon as a peer now, you know. It's crazy. It's crazy. Why does everybody have to be such a jerk about fucking ideas and opinions now? Why can't we just share them and learn from each other? And this like whole Judge Kavanaugh thing is just the newest thing, like, you know. And then like, what happened to like right and wrong, and like what happened to like innocent until proven guilty and everything? Like, firstly, like, if people are alleging that he, you know, did whatever, yeah, it absolutely should be investigated. There should be somebody look into it. And, you know, if there's justice that needs to be served, justice needs to be fucking handled. You know, it does. But at the same point, it's like, if you don't have any proof, you can't just blindly follow somebody. You can't just, oh, this person did that, so, you know, I'm gonna blindly follow them. And then you have this movement of people that say if you question a victim, you know, it's the same as you know, victim blaming, and, you know, saying that they're wrong, and, you know, putting the victims down and shit. It's like, that's not the case. That's not the case. Somebody's alleging something, and there needs to be an investigation, which means there needs to be questions. And this all started, like, the first iteration of this, like, this whole guilty till proven innocent thing started with the Duke lacrosse case. The Duke lacrosse case, these kids were, like, they were accused of raping a, you know, I think she was a stripper or a prostitute. I can't remember which one she was. But, like, this all started with them, and, you know, all these people jumped on this whole, like, on the victim bandwagon, but the victim was lying. And I'm not saying that all victims were lying, but the victim was lying, and the victim was lying while she was being steered by a very corrupt district attorney. You know, so it's not really like it's her fault for being, you know, for lying, but I mean, she was steered really wrong. And it's like, you know, I'm not saying that every victim needs to be, like, interrogated, but if you allege a crime, there needs to be questions asked. Like, there needs to be things done about what you're alleging. Like, we can't just blindly follow a victim or blindly follow, you know, the person that's suspected of perpetrating any crime simply because we trust one more than the other, or because of one political movement or the other. Like, we need to think for ourselves and come to our own conclusions and be decent people. Like, we are literally lemmings heading towards idiocracy right now, and I don't think it's ever going to stop. I think it's just going to keep going, and it's just going to get worse and worse. But I don't know. I guess that's my 2 cents. I just kind of wanted to make a 2 cents video on this whole shebang happening right now. Thanks for watching if I post it. If not, I'll see you on the next video. Deuces.